We are back again. We are playing football. I'm Brandon, and I got my man, 100 grand. Set it off, Chris, with me. So, Chris, we've been talking about pre-draft outlooks for every team in the league.
Absolutely.
We started with the Miami Dolphins, dismal as they may be, and we're looking at another team who could potentially be in a rebuild. But when we were doing our pre-show, rundown of them, the New York Jets, Chris, I think are a team that has a framework of a competitive team. Chris, if you ever drove by a house that was being built and you see the frame on the ground, you see the foundation on the ground, that stone foundation, you see, that wooden frame, with the roof and the corners and all of that, but ain't no walls, ain't no windows, none of that.
None of that.
Yeah, I think that the Jets have the framework of a team that can be competitive sooner rather than later.
Okay.
Allow me to explain why.
Go ahead.
The Miami Dolphins are a team that within the past, I'll say 5 years, have invested a multitude of early draft capital in the offensive line.
You mean the Jets?
The Jets. I apologize. Yes, but the Jets, they've invested 2 first-round picks in Olu Fashanu and Armand Mimbo.
Yes,
they've invested 2 second-round picks in Joe Tippmann and Josh Myers.
There you go.
They've invested a 3rd-round pick in Dylan Parham. Their whole offensive line is on their rookie contracts and are day 2 or better picks.
Yes. So basically, in a nutshell, if you got the offensive line, which is the largest component on your offense,
your offensive line is 45% of your offense.
There you go. So 45% of the offense is starting to gel, and the minutia of building a good. We're out here getting it in these streets, man. Get your team to the point where they can do a lot of different things. They can be run dominant. They know what they'll be able to do that. They'll be able to pass protect. So they'll be able to help keep you in football games. Reason we did that, Bill, how you explained it so eloquently, last year we gave a nickname to the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, called them Pesky.
The Pesky Panthers.
Yeah.
They just stayed around and they were always on your ass, just on you, you know what I'm saying? And I think what we're saying about the Jets is because they got their offensive line intact, they got a nice slab out there. Everything is called up real pretty and everything. So they're ready to try to erect the house. But they also got a couple boards out there. They got a Garrett Wilson, a wide receiver. They got Adonai Mitchell. There's another wide receiver.
By way of the Sauce Gardner trade, yes.
Absolutely. They turned around and they already had 2 good running backs. We wanted Breece Hall really bad. We were like, hey, what do you want for what you got on that? We were at our boy Shaheem, salute to Shaheem, man, one of our guys who
one come and great listeners, friend in real life.
Yeah, friend in real life. And then they also had
Braylon
Allen. So now they got a nice foundation, nice and solid. They got a wall. They got maybe the frame for the wall, right? And then maybe you turn around, they got a wide receiver in Garrett Wilson.
Yep, we already talked about him and AD Mitchell. Yep.
Right. So
but the thing is though, Chris, they're held back by average at best quarterback play.
Okay.
And they have been for the last 2 years. You know, so while they are a team that isn't fully embracing the tank like one of their division rivals,
right?
They don't necessarily have enough to put them over that hump. That's why I said they have that framework at the very least on offense.
Absolutely.
They're a team that are held back by their inadequate quarterback play. And I'm glad that you mentioned defense, Chris. The Dolphins have they got some draft capital on defense as well. Will McDonald, being a 1st-round pick, is going into his 4th year.
Okay.
Devondre Sweat is going into year 2. They signed Joseph Osai.
Right.
And he's coming off of his rookie contract. So they got some dudes up front. You know what I'm saying? They brought in old man Demario Davis, who's going into year 58. Yeah, going into year 62 or something like that.
Come on, man. Been around forever. Yeah.
And then they at the safety room, they traded for Minkah Fitzpatrick from Miami. Got Andre Cisco, going into his towards the end of his rookie deal, and Wanye Thomas's younger brother. I'm not even how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, Thomas. Yeah. Wanye's little brother.
Yeah, Wanye's little brother. So, Chris, I feel like they got some hope. The Jets have hope, unlike one other team in their division.
Right.
If Aaron Glenn can kind of piece this thing together, right, Chris, along with, we're going to talk about, their draft outlook and things like that, man, they could be a team that could be much better, or at least quite a bit better than their 3-14 record last year.
This might be a team that might be on the upswing. I think this is a team that can be the lively Jets. Where last year we gave it to be the pesky Panthers.
Yeah, the lively Jets.
The lively Jets that every week you're gonna have to get ready to play them. They're gonna fight you.
They're gonna bite at your ankles and all of that. Yeah,
they're gonna do all that. They're gonna do all that. All that stuff. Poke you in the eye. Punch in the kidney. They're gonna do all those different things because they're gonna be trying to win. They might not always win because they got average, barely average quarterback play.
At best average.
Okay. But they're going to be to the point they're going to be in every football game. And that's just not a team you want to play every week. Like every week they're going to be trying to come out to make plays to win games. But I think they can right the ship. I think they can go from 3-14 and maybe turn around with the right picks. Because they got 4 picks in the top 100. They got pick number 2.
Chris, they got 4 picks in the top 50. We can even go down to that. They got 4 picks in the top 50. Chris.
Listen, man, the draft doesn't start until the Jets are on the clock.
Absolutely.
Can I say that?
Because yes, absolutely you can, and I 100% agree because it's a foregone conclusion that the Raiders are going to be selecting Fernando Mendoza.
My God. Yeah. Right. So they can turn around at 2, and I think their next pick is at what, 14?
16.
16.
That is the result of the Sauce Gardner trade.
Okay.
From Indiana.
So
Indianapolis.
So 2 and 16, they can shake this whole thing up, right? Yeah. And if they really and let everything else fall to them in the second round, where they got pick what?
33 and 44. They have the first pick in the second round, and then they have the 12th pick in the second round.
They can really make some noise.
Yeah. I do think that they have hope up front on their defense. So, they've been mocked Arvell Reese quite often. So getting that linebacker help since they no longer have Quincy Williams will be, amazing. And then at pick 16, the world is their oyster, Chris.
Without question. Yeah. They can trade back, get a couple more picks. They can stay right there and pick and just go get the best guy they want on the board. They can really be directing what direction they're trying to go. They can say, hey, we're gonna make a strength, we're gonna go ahead and bolster a strength and maybe get the defense a certain kind of way, and then just go from there. You know, they're not missing much in a lot of different areas. They can go get a corner. To go help with Wanye's little brother and go from there. They can go get another. Well, they're going to get a line if they go with Arvell Reese. They can probably go get another young linebacker there. They can go get another pass rusher.
And you got to be aware that their base defense is 4-3. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna have 4 guys up front by default. So if they want to go get a guy up front, Harrison Phillips is kind of just a dude.
Right.
If you want to upgrade at your big man, if you want to upgrade at your nose, I wouldn't be mad at it.
Right. You could. You can turn around and just turn a lot of different things. They have a really wide open situation, and I think they got a good young coach that's going to be able to put his identity and stamp on this thing. And I don't think the Jets are as far off as that 3-14 record shows.
I agree. I agree for sure, Chris. They've had a lot of draft picks in recent years. With the new coach, there's kind of those growing pains. I think that they're closer than what people give them credit for. Yes, they were not a good team last year.
Right.
But if we talk about Geno Smith being average at best in quarterback play, they had below average at best in quarterback play last season.
I can agree to that. I can definitely agree to that. But
as much as you try to hype up Justin Fields.
Hey man, first off, we're not going to say anything defamatory against Justin Schuyler Fields, who's on his way back to being the quarterback we were hoping he would be coming out of Ohio State by being with one of the teams that we're going to preview probably in the upcoming weeks.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, man, I think that the Jets can be a good team. Now, the thing that kind of scares me about it though, Chris, teams are not going to be scared of their air attack. So if they're going to be a team that leans on their run game, they're going to be a little bit behind the 8 ball with that, because teams are going to expect it. They're going to expect that Breece Hall and Braylon Allen 1-2 punch. They
could do that, or they could turn around at 16, probably take the best tight end on the board.
I can definitely see them needing that. Mason Taylor's their guy right now. He's been okay, but that doesn't stop me from just keep going. I mean, sure, he was a rookie last year, Chris. I don't judge rookies.
Okay,
but nothing stops me from upgrading that position there.
True.
Especially if you want to go 12s. Especially if you want to go 12s.
Yeah, you want to go 12s and just protect your team by being a good, solid running team, like we said before, but also have the ability to test the seams with a good, young, productive tight end. So the Jets are, for Jets fans, for our boy Shaheem, bro, you are going to be pleasantly surprised and happy and lively as your Jet team starts to make their march back to prominence, or at least being competitive in the AFC East.
I agree, Chris. I agree. I think that one draft like this, especially if you do it well, is enough to turn around the whole franchise. Chris, top 50 picks are like gold. They're like gold. They're like platinum, bro. They're platinum, bro. They doing platinum again, Chris. They still doing platinum.
They still out here put,
they still doing platinum, Chris.
Hey man, you still can go out there. That's platinum with a little diamond in it. Them top 50 picks, man, are great. So I just think they're in a good position, man. They're a lot better off than I would expect. When we start looking at the draft, we're gonna be looking like, hey man, where did the Jets go? Hey man, the Jets got good quick. They got good quick, fast, and
absolutely. And sure, you get an amazing prospect in Arvell Reese, but with those second round picks, Chris, one of them you might mess around and get like a Jacob Rodriguez out of Texas Tech, somebody to pair up right beside him. You know what I'm saying? And
absolutely
make the linebacker room just super fast. Super disruptive.
Yep.
And I wouldn't be afraid to draft a wide receiver with either 16 or one of your other second round picks. Adonai Mitchell doesn't stop me from drafting a receiver, Chris.
Absolutely not.
I feel like he's a good player, but he doesn't stop me.
He doesn't stop me. He doesn't like, my offense is complete. Absolutely not. Yeah. So you can go either direction, but I just think that you're going to add 4 really good players, and I think 3 of those guys can be. I think all 4 of those guys can be day one starters there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And be able to make
Chris, if you are a high second round or above player, including first round, Chris, you coming in and you can make an impact day one. You can make an impact day one.
Yep, you make impact day one, and whatever bumps and bruises they take, what you're learning the NFL and it's slowing down for you, it's going to be okay. But you're going to be able to help this football team crawl out of this cellar. I think the Jets if they hit on these 4 picks, I think they can be a 4 to 5 game increase from their 3-14 season. So I think they can win 7, maybe 8 games next year.
Yeah. I'm actually not. I do not disagree with you at all on that. I could see them being a team because they. I know you don't like to slander Justin Fields, Chris, but he won't that good last year. Geno Smith, even when he struggled last year, was better than Justin Fields at a lot of points. So I think that if they get comparable quarterback play to what they had last year with less turnovers, although the way that Geno Smith played last year, that might not be the case. But with just a good team around the quarterback, a well-drafted team, and it seems like they really like Aaron Glenn. Seems like they want to fight for him. I think that's going to make all of the difference in the world.
I want to say that, when you were out here doing that Justin Skyler Fields slander, Justin Skylar Fields had a better game than Geno Smith against the Dallas Cowboys.
Mm.
That's all I just want to tell you. So
No, okay.
I'm going to tell you, Geno was really, really bad.
Yeah, sure.
So. Before you try to slander, you know, the Justin Skylar Fields, I only say their full name when they're really good quarterbacks. And as he make his ascension, as I said, back to prominence, just remember that. Just remember that here. So outlook for the Jets, 5-game upswing. Things are looking good. Shaheem, we're going to pick at you because we love you, but you're going to be more competitive next year, man.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. Chris, land the plane for me, brother.
Hey, man, listen, like, share, subscribe, and comment about these contents that we're putting out for all 32 football teams and their draft outlook into the 2026 draft. Man, listen, we are Frankly Football. Me and B do it for the love. We don't do it for the people hollering us in the street like, hey, B, I see you on YouTube. Yo, set it off. What's going on, man? We do it because we love the game, man. And we will forever be Frankly Football. So until next time, even when I'm stuttering, be the lively Jets and give us some love with us. Peace.